Hi. Naturally, our blood glucose level goes up and down all the time. Okay? When we eat, our glucose levels go up, and when we exercise, our glucose levels naturally go down. But here I want to talk about how the body is really clever in regulating the amount of glucose in our body when we're not doing these things. So, to do that, we're going to draw a nice picture. Let's start off with the blood. Okay? Now, the two organs involved in this process are the pancreas and the liver. So, imagine we've just had a meal and there's lots of glucose in the blood. So you've got too much glucose. How is the body going to respond? The first thing the body does is the pancreas will make insulin. Okay? Now, insulin is really clever because what insulin does, it will take the glucose and it will convert it into glycogen. Okay? Now, glycogen is a longer, more insoluble molecule. So what happens with the glycogen is glycogen gets stored in the liver. Okay? Stored glycogen. So what we've done, the pancreas has made insulin to remove the amount of glucose. So no more glucose or less glucose in the blood. So we're happy now. Let's see what happens if we're now too low on glucose. So here we've got our bloodstream again, except we've got very little glucose. Okay? Too little glucose. So, the body's going to go back to that stored glycogen and convert it back. This is how it does it. The pancreas again will release a chemical called glucagon. So glucagon will turn the glycogen back into glucose. Okay? Glycogen turns back into glucose. So this is a cycle we have that helps our body regulate glucose. Now what happens if our bodies can't do this? For example, if you have diabetes. Now the first thing to note about diabetes are there are different types. So type 1 means you're not producing the insulin. Okay? So therefore, to combat this, what you would have to do is you would have to inject insulin. And we normally inject it into the fat in our body. Okay? Other things we should be doing if you're on type 1 diabetes is to diet correctly. So you try and balance the glucose as best you can. And to exercise. We then have type 2 diabetes, which can be caused by you becoming insensitive to insulin. So you still produce it, your body just no longer responds to this process. So what you have to do then is you will have to, again, control your diet strictly, exercise. Type 2 diabetes is often caused when you're a bit older, if you become overweight. So another good thing to do is lose weight. However, over time, some of these things may not become effective, and so you may need some tablets as well. Okay? So, quick review. The key organs are the pancreas and the liver. Insulin changes glucose into glycogen, which is stored. If you then need more, it comes out of storage back to glucose. Okay? Good luck.